Hey guys, so I just got myself a new game, and this isn't the latest one is The Incredibles, but I wanted to wait so that this one would go down in price. So I'm gonna go away, play this one for a bit, and I will get back to you with my review. If you are a collector like me, then you probably like to buy the big pack of every new release that comes with everything. DLC, gifts, collectibles, the works. Whether it be gifts that make sense to any rational collector, or the downright wacky. So let's take a look at the different versions of the LEGO Marvel 2 that were on offer on its release. The Deluxe Edition came with the Giant Man LEGO minifigure, and character digital unlock code. This means that you could have it in your physical collection, and also play as the character in the game. I like it when the developers include a minifigure. I have in the past received a Bilbo Baggins when I bought the deluxe edition of the LEGO Hobbit video game. Ant-Man is one of my favourite movies in the MCU, and receiving one as a pre-order bonus is pretty neat. It's cool to be able to play as the character as well, even if it is only a giant version of an already playable character. With the deluxe edition, you also get early access to classic Guardians of the Galaxy character pack. This means you'd be able to play as the Guardians in their classic outfits with their classic comic book looks. This is a good pre-order gift because customization is the whole philosophy of LEGO. And of course, you got the main game and the Season Pass. The Season Pass includes 6 level packs and 4 character packs, including some of the ones we have already mentioned. The Deluxe Edition lets you have these earlier than those who chose to wait for the PlayStation or Xbox Store DLC. If you live in the United States and pre-ordered using GameStop, you could also get early access to the Out of Time Character Pack DLC. This included Iron Man 2020, Lady Spider, Nosferatu, Captain Assyria, Warmaker, Hulk 2099 and Daredevil Noir, and was available for both the standard and deluxe versions of the game. For those of you like myself who have to get an international version of the game, pre-ordering would have got you early access to the Agents of Atlas Character Pack DLC. This includes Jimmy Woo, Gorilla Man, M11, the Uranian, and Venus. This was for those of you who use the Xbox or PlayStation Store and play the game digitally. And then finally, to you lucky PlayStation gamers who like to purchase digitally, there was the bonus pre-order gift, a LEGO Marvel 2 console theme for your beloved dashboard. I really love how they have split the case into sections using Spider-Man's web, creating different spaces for different scenes. This is a good portrayal of the diversity of the different levels within the game, and makes it look fun and appealing. It's a great homage to the MCU, as well as the original comics. We can see Gladiator Hulk from Thor Ragnarok stood next to Cowboy Captain America, which is a pretty fun contrast. We also can see Spider-Gwen, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Groot, and Rocket. Those of you who are keen to have matching spines for your spotless displays will be pleased to note that LEGO Marvel 2's layout follows the same structure as its predecessors. While it varies in background and title fonts, as all LEGO games do in order to represent the universe within the game, it still features the same famous red and white LEGO logo, in roughly the same place. This is good, as it means when you have multiple LEGO games, the symbols line up in a neat row. The synopsis simply explains that you will explore 18 action-packed locations across the open-world Chronopolis, and that you can play as iconic Marvel heroes and villains from different eras and realities. The back also includes 3 picture windows showing scenes from the game, including Spider-Man Noir and the main villain. We also get a sneaky look at some of the locations in the open-world Chronopolis. It is bright and dynamic and highlights some of the most attractive features of the game. Now I'm going to review the gameplay, starting with the combat and movability. The game runs very smoothly and has very little lag or glitches. I have found a few, but nothing too life-threatening. The combat is easy to get your head around. A load of button mashing and collecting studs. Literally break everything and anything except allies. Each character plays differently. The Hulk is bulky and slow, and the flying characters are quick and more nimble. You'll very easily find out which characters you enjoy playing as well as those you don't so much. For the most part, boss battles are set up in the same way as in past LEGO games. Figure out the particular action you need to take to remove one boss heart. repeat until boss is defeated. In the case of some bosses, there may be multiple stages to defeat them. My general rule is break everything, and then whatever remains is part of the puzzle. Or if in doubt, Google it. Aerial combat is a different thing entirely. If you play as a flying character, such as Star-Lord or Iron Man for example. You can shoot while flying, but it is a bit more challenging. Ground combat is a lot more focused and easier to aim, whereas aerial assaults are sporadic, but loads more fun. The flight controls are dead easy. For up and down you use the right stick, and for movement and direction you use the left. I am in no way an inverted gamer, but this is changeable I believe from the options menu. Vehicle combat is much the same again as in previous titles. My favourite thing about vehicles is that when you break stuff, the studs automatically suck into your total. I'm glad LEGO games still have this function. The other good thing about vehicles in this game is that they are accessible from the character change wheel. No longer do we have to go from terminal to terminal. Vehicles from the touch of a button. Out of levels you can change character at will, as long as they are unlocked. In previous games, such as The Lord of the Rings or Batman, you had to complete every level before changing characters became a feature, putting up with whoever was in your party at the time. Many of the characters have alternative forms, and holding triangle, and also circle in some cases, allows you to change into these. The alternative form may simply change the character into their human counterpart, like Spider-Man into Peter Parker. However, with some characters, it allows you to solve some parts of the level where you may need to be really small, really big, or even round and ball-like. This control can be a little tricky, as it is the same button as for switching characters completely. For the most part, menus are smooth and easy to navigate. LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 is one of the more diverse LEGO games. It involves going to a range of times, past, present and future, as well as alternative dimensions, planets and countries. Each area has a computer unit, which once accessed, places markers over the map, challenges, points of interest and side quests to name a few. The levels themselves are eye-catching, and the characters you have in your party largely affects your experience. They are well designed, large, interactive and full of little details which set the scene. Even the lighting seems to vary with each setting. My favourite open world is Lord of the Rings, because it is so immersive, with broad landscapes which blend into one another like a real world environment. Even with the smaller biomes of this collided universe, TT have tried to keep this smooth blending. In Marvel 2, there is also a very strong focus on the Guardians of the Galaxy characters. There is at least one Guardian in most of the original game levels. I am pleased that the focus is not on the Avengers, especially when they have their very own LEGO game. But I would have preferred a heavier focus on comic characters who do not yet have a movie. Although I feel that the other LEGO games are a little better than this one, I have found this to be a good game. I give this one a 4 out of 5 because this is one of the better ones. It was a pleasure to play from start until finish. Thank you so much for checking out this review. If you enjoy Funko Pop review videos, as well as J.K. Rowling's Wizarding World, you can find these on my other channel, which I will leave a link for at the end and in the description below. I hope you found my review informative. If you did, please hit the like button, and if you want to subscribe, you are more than welcome. Thanks for watching, and game on!